All right. Share my screen. Tonight we are talking about rest day and recovery. Why your body sometimes needs a break just as much as it needs a workout. Now, everybody is different, I mean, and I attract like all types of people. I attract people who are just starting to work out and aren't sure how much they should work out. And I also attract people who are already working out maybe more than they should. So, like I always say, it ebbs and flows. So, what does overtraining look like? You're always tired, but you can't sleep well. Sounds like a lot of you. Sounds like me. Performance gets worse and not better. Like you're doing the right things in the gym, maybe, but your performance isn't improving. And you're constantly sore or irritable. It's a great time for my dog to get like the Zoomers. You know what I mean? You're constantly sore, constantly sore and irritable. You feel heavy, you feel sore, you have stiff muscles, you have irritability. So I thought like I didn't ever think there was an issue with training harder. After I got divorced and like right after my son's mom passed away, like I was in the gym way too much, like way too much. This was all like right before, well, even while I was getting certified to become a coach. And I was like going through it and like going through this stuff. I'm like, huh. I'm like, I'm like, you're really supposed to rest? I'm like, that can't. I'm like, that's got to be outdated or something. But I was working out like 7 days a week. Like I was strength training 6 or 7 days a week. But you can still strength train 6 or 7 days a week as long as you're doing it the right way. Like you have to be giving certain muscles like adequate time to recover. But I was in the gym 7 days a week pushing it. I was doing like full body then too. So, or maybe like upper lower like every other day, something obnoxious. But then I also had two other gym memberships. I had three gym memberships. I had a 24-hour gym. I had a gym membership. I had a gym membership at Planet Fitness. And then I had another gym membership. I was like obsessed with the gym because that was like the only way that I could get out of my head. But for my physical goals and like it was more for my mental goals, like the reason I was going to the gym, but I was in the gym way, way, way too much. I was doing cardio. Like I had a specific gym. Like I just had the gym because they had the Jacob's ladder thing. Like if you ever seen the ladder thing at the gym, like where people, you just climb the whole time. It's like a wooden ladder. I had a gym, I had a membership just for that. Like I was obsessed with training and I was overtraining. And that like really did me in. Like I got no progress from it. I was extremely lean at the time, so it was hard to tell like that I wasn't getting progress. Like I was just lean and it looked like I was fit, but I really wasn't doing anything for myself. Like I was working out really hard and I wasn't building any muscle or anything. Where recovery really is your muscles grow when you're sleeping, not lifting. During sleep is when your body actively repairs and grows muscles. Most muscle growth Most muscle repair and muscle growth occurs during sleep, especially deep sleep. That's why, like, for my clients, one of the questions on our check-in sheet is, how many hours of sleep did you get? Um, like, rate your sleep this week, rate your sleep and how many hours of sleep did you get? And you can ask, like, the ones that are in here, the ones when they put like 3 to 5 hours or 4 to 6 hours, I don't let it slide. You know what I mean? Like they know they need to get better sleep, but as their coach, I have to tell them why I want to tell them why they want to get better sleep and just how important it is. Like I always say, my program runs off three main pillars: training, nutrition, and accountability. So without the sleep, the other stuff isn't going to work. Rest days are where the magic happens. And I know not a lot of us want to hear that, right? Exercise creates tiny muscle tears and they heal and grow stronger during rest and recovery, not during exercise. So if you're doing like group classes, like 5, 6, 7 days a week, or if you're like doing like a full body routine 7 days a week, your body isn't getting the chance to actually recover from that workout. That's why if you are gonna train more than 5 days a week, you have to really like make have somebody plan your training for you, basically. Somebody or you just have to plan your training the right way. You have to let your upper body, you have to let your shoulders, you have to let your chest, you have to let certain body parts recover. So the next time that you go back to the gym, they're fully recovered and you can do a little bit more because that's how you're going to see the progress that you're looking for. Overtraining can and overuse can lead to injuries, as you guys know. I know a lot of you have done CrossFit in the past. Um, CrossFit is, a lot of people get injured doing CrossFit because you always hear me talking about like, with strength training, how it's good to rest, like, maybe for 30 seconds or for a minute, for even 90 seconds in between sets. But with CrossFit, it's like you're just doing as much stuff in as little time as possible. And it's not, and that's like the number one way to injure yourself, especially with CrossFit. Because like, with classes, that's what you're doing too. Classes, the modality is way different. Like the goal isn't to build muscle there. CrossFit, you're trying to get stronger and you're really pushing, you're pushing, you're pushing. Your body can't keep going and going and going. That's why chiropractors and doctors, they love CrossFitters. Actually, and also, like I said, it makes you better for your, and I'm not like, pooping on CrossFit. CrossFit, I really like am kind of like if you do CrossFit, I'm not pooping on it, but the great thing about CrossFit is before CrossFit came back, like CrossFit came back like not too long ago. And before CrossFit came back, people in the gym, they weren't squatting, they weren't deadlifting. So even though like I don't agree like with the way that CrossFit trains, with how they go so fast and a lot of people get injured to it, they brought back that aspect of the gym that was so needed because now more women are like more, not just men, but women are squatting. Like, and I can't tell you how important that is. You guys are going to be squatting till the day that you die. You're going to be squatting, picking stuff up. It is so important. Same thing with deadlifting. You're going to be like picking stuff up like that your entire life. And that's my favorite thing about CrossFit. Otherwise, like I see a lot of people get injured from it. I have a lot of clients come to me coming back from an injury after doing CrossFit. Um, but the people that do CrossFit, they don't want to hear about it. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to hear about like what they're doing is the wrong thing. I'm not saying CrossFit's the wrong thing, but I'm saying you have to be careful if you do it. Three lies about rest days. Rest days make you weak. And that's not true. Actually, you become fitter and stronger while resting between training sessions, not while exercising. Progress does not happen in the gym. More training equals faster results. If you're doing everything right but not seeing results, right, rest might be the secret sauce that your plan has been lacking. I know it was for me. Once I stopped training, like I was 7 days a week, that's when all my progress happened. I scaled back to 6 days a week. But I changed my programming. Like I learned how to program. So guess who the first person learned how, because I was going through my certifications back at that time. This was back in 2019 or 2020. And like I started programming on myself, wrote myself some programs, like a full body program, a push-pull legs routine, an upper body routine. So my muscles were getting the time to recover. So then I was getting progress finally. Where the more is better mindset comes from is the fitness influencer culture, seeing people who train maybe twice daily without showing their rest days or their recovery, or they could be on, stimulants and stuff. The no pain, no gain mentality, the old school thinking that equates rest with laziness or lack of commitment, and addictive workout endorphins. Exercise feels so good, so your brain wants to do more even when your body needs a break. The good news is your body adapts to what you give it. So the microscopic muscle tears tell your body it needs to be stronger and allows rest. And rest allows that repair that results in stronger muscles. And recovery is trainable too. Your body comes back stronger while resting because the repair processes can work without the demands. Easier said than done, but listen to your body signals. Check your sleep quality, monitor your motivation. Um, and track your performance. If your lifts are getting weaker or like you notice that you aren't progressing in the gym, but like, the same, nothing's changed with your nutrition and you can't figure out why you're plateaued, it can certainly be a rest issue. A lot of us do, we always think more is better, and that's just not always the case. Quality over quantity, one great workout beats three mediocre ones, and rest is part of your training plan. A well-rounded training plan like has intentional rest and intentional recovery to see results without burning you out. Um, It really helps to make sure you get at least 48 hours of rest for each muscle group. 48 to 72 hours. It depends on the muscle group. Like for your legs, I trained my legs last Thursday and I went to train legs yesterday and like I just was not fully recovered. I did use the abductor and adductor machine for the first time in like a few months. So that was like probably why I was able to hit legs today. But sometimes it takes even longer. And sometimes it the soreness doesn't necessarily mean like that's what's going on, but that's how long it takes for your muscles to recover, 48 to 72 hours. For the smaller muscles, closer to 48 hours. For the bigger muscles, like the ones in your legs, closer to 72 hours. Sleep optimization, aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night. You want to set a constant bedtime, like your body is very smart. It runs off a rhythm. Helps to keep your room cool and dark. And you just want to try to limit your screen time before bed. I know it's easier said than done. Blue light, like the light that you're looking at right now, it interferes with melatonin production. It interferes with your deep sleep, your REM sleep. Next is active recovery days, light movement that doesn't stress your muscles. So gentle stretching, yoga, like cardio, it enhances blood circulation and promotes muscle recovery. I talk about this a lot, like when I go for if like I'll go for a walk after a leg day or something and talk about active recovery. You think like just laying up on the couch is what would be best, but it's actually like light movement gets the blood flowing and it really helps your body recover quicker and it helps you be less sore, that type of thing. Next is recovery nutrition. Now, it's not like a rule that you need to eat within 45 minutes post-workout, but you want to because your body is depleted of all that right after your hard workout. So it does help restore nutrients, your glycogen, like from the carbs and stuff. Um, but it's as long as like when it comes to protein, like everybody says, oh, you got to get your protein in the protein window. There's no such thing. As long as you get your protein in that day, you're good to go. You know what I mean? But with the food, it's the same thing, but you're gonna feel a lot better if you get it in sooner. Same thing with the protein, but it's not like required. Stay hydrated to help transport those nutrients and don't restrict calories on rest days just because your body isn't working out. Because for your body to recover, it needs the energy to recover. How to like handle like the guilt of the overtraining. You can unfollow accounts that glorify overtraining. You don't need to see somebody's two-a-days when you're trying to rest. Remind yourself that rest is productive. Rest and recovery are the unsung heroes that accelerate growth and prevent injuries, and track your recovery wins. Notice if you do like say take a day here and there now, like notice how you feel the following day or the day after that versus when you train tired. And your challenge, and this is only if you're an overtrainer, schedule 2 rest days this week and actually take them. Because your gains happen when you sleep, not when you lift. That is all for the training on rest and recovery. The training tomorrow, I'm not sure yet. It's supposed to be, it might be about like the only thing holding you back, but I might switch it up. We shall see. Yeah, Michelle. And yeah, Marcy, get ready for it. I hope your sleep's on point. Um, just so important. Like I struggle with sleep more than anything. So still struggle with sleep. Don't even ask about my sleep this week. But when I was going through like my thing, like we all go through it. When I was going through my thing, like pre-divorce, like right after I filed, but we weren't divorced yet, so we were both in the same house. But I was like literally behind, right behind this chair on like this big bed couch because we were like, and I like wouldn't even go upstairs. I would sleep for like 1 hour a night. Like I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep. There's a reason that this is my living room. Like, and there's a reason there's no couch in there. And everybody, and like my dad's wife, she's always like, why don't you have a couch? Like it's just so like not normal, Justin. I'm like, hey, I'm like, I don't want a couch. It's because I literally like slept on that couch. Like I tried to sleep on the couch. I like lived on that couch. It was like the worst couch. Like I indented it. And I only slept like 1 hour a night. And I would have to take my kids to school. Like one of them like went to school like not too far away, but the other one I had to drop off at school and then drive an hour and a half to work. And I would be like falling asleep on the way to work. And I slowly increased like my sleep after she moved out. So like I slowly like increased my sleep. It wasn't like I just started sleeping 3, 4 hours a night. It was a process. So I got to like 2 hours and 3 hours and 4 hours. But even now, it's still a struggle for me to sleep. I don't know what it is. So I'm going to sleep. Like I already have my hot water thing like heated up. Like I'm going to sleep. I'm drinking that after this call, and I'm gonna try to go to sleep. But I'm gonna wake up at like midnight or 1 in the morning, like wired. Like I just drank caffeine or something. I don't know what that is, but I have to figure it out. Because that I sleep like maybe 4. I sleep 5 to 6 hours a night. On a very good night, I sleep 7 hours. Some nights I sleep 4.5 hours. This week I've been like purposely, pulling like working extra this week for you guys, for the challenge and for my clients. And then there's a lot of other stuff going on. We had that wedding. I'm taking my son to Florida at the end of December for a few days. Got him he has these wrestling tickets. We got him it's like a meet and greet. I don't know if it's a meet and greet or if it's VIP. I don't know. I'm like front row. It's in Tampa. It's where my grandparents are. Uh, my grandfather made it a whole year in hospice. How amazing is that? Like, remember last Christmas I went to go visit him? Pretty crazy. Does anybody have any questions? Anybody ha So running is not an active recovery day. Walking, brisk walking would count as active recovery, but not running. No, we're gonna have some fun. Um, yeah, but I can relate to that because I sometimes thought like, as long as you aren't strength training, you can do it like is it, is it? But yeah, so no, running is not an active recovery day. I want to get into running. That is something I actually might be getting into. If anybody has any questions, feel free to drop them. So the protein goal on the app is just a protein goal. It's like a very generic goal for you. Me and you will be talking this weekend. And for now, Marcy, I just want you to track everything in MyFitnessPal. Just track everything for me. So everything that you track now, I'll be able to see when I set your macros. So Marcy and I are going to start working together. And so her program's gonna be like a little bit more customized than what you guys are seeing. I wasn't able to like, customize 105 programs. But once we start working together, you track your food in MyFitnessPal, for a little while. And then once I get to see like around how much you've been eating, um, I set your macros. Like I set you a protein goal. I'm going to set you a calorie goal. And we're going to go from there. And it's funny because like, I'll be on the phone with somebody and I'll be like, okay, I just need you to track your food for me for the next week. And then your program is going to start. And I'm like, you have to track like no one's watching, like to pretend that your coach isn't watching like what you eat. Like I just want to see what you normally eat. And it's hard for a lot of people to do that because they're like, oh, wait, like once you start tracking your food, you start to actually eat differently. It's crazy. Yeah, definitely, definitely, definitely make the switch. I'll send you my Cal AI video too. And it's like no, like you can switch. It's like no rush. Like we've got everything on point. But it will be helpful if you start tracking. But yeah, so yeah, and so to answer your original question, the protein goal in the app is like a little bit generic. That's how much protein, like if you're taking your body weight, taking that, eating zero point 0.7 to 1 gram per pound of body weight of that, like zero point 0.7 to 1 of that, you're in a good place. Of course, and we're gonna lock things in very shortly. Anybody have any other questions tonight? We have one more training tomorrow night. I cannot wait to I cannot wait to see you guys. This has been a kick butt challenge. It really has been. You guys have been showing up for yourselves. It's like a weird, like the first 2 days were insane. Like I see that we had a lot of people drop off between yesterday and today, and you know what? That it is what it is. It is okay. And guess what? Even more people are going to drop off tomorrow because tomorrow is the day before Thanksgiving, and I know a lot of you are hosting Thanksgiving. I'm not saying don't show up tomorrow. I'm saying people are busy, people have lives, and I get it. You know. But I'm just so glad that, all you guys showed up for yourselves and that you guys have been showing up, that you're still doing the thing in the challenge. That's what it's all about. And the important thing is that you continue to do this after the challenge. Yeah, take Thursday off, but guess what? Don't tell yourself like just get back on track. Like keep doing what you're doing. Even if it's Friday. Like, yeah, you could wait till Monday, but do it Friday. Why not? Right, Rocky? See, Rocky knows. I'm glad you have, Michelle. You guys made it amazing. Rockies love the challenge. All right, guys, we will wrap it up for tonight. Thank you guys so much for coming. Um, I will see you guys tomorrow night. We have one more live call left. If you guys can't make it tomorrow night, happy Thanksgiving. But see you guys tomorrow. Got some more fun stuff planned, and I will be announcing a random winner from this Zoom in a few minutes. All right, that's it. That's all, and have the best night ever. Bye, guys. Thanks for coming.